Good evening. The markets have again started to lose steam. The market closed below 17,000 for the second time. What is the reason that the market has corrected more than 1,800 points? This is a very minor fall. I expect a much bigger fall going into the end of this year and next year. The real trend of this market will be known sometime 6 to 9 months down the line when markets begin to correct. What you are seeing in the narrative in front of you is that there is a new variant called Omicron, and that is what is affecting the market. And the fear of Omicron is what is distorting the market. Nothing could be further from the truth because Omicron seems to have not caused much damage even in South Africa where it originated. It is highly infectious, it's spreading fast. But for people who have already been vaccinated twice, it is not creating much of a big issue. People have fever, headache, cough, and that's about it. There are no big surge in fatalities because of this Omicron virus. The fatality surge that is taking place in America and in some parts of Europe is mainly among the unvaccinated because people believe ideologically that they should not vaccinate. In fact, in her closing speech as the Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel was making strict regulations for people who are not vaccinated and said that the next government should make it compulsory for people to vaccinate. So, if Omnicron is not the greatest threat to this market, what is the greatest threat to this market? What will trip this bull market? Well, I am in agreement with Nitin Kamath, and I have been saying this both in this channel as well as in my Tamil channel. The biggest risk to the market is inflation. Inflation is the biggest risk that is coming near this market. Why do I say this? Because the gravitational force that can pull down stock prices is interest rates. And today in America, interest rates are zero. Japan, it is also zero. In parts of Europe, for some time, it has been negative. But this inflation has rapidly spread through Europe and United States. In China, wage inflation has made factory gate inflation very high. So if China is not going to supply cheap goods to the world, prices have to go up and prices have gone up. So far, these rises in inflation have been dismissed as transitionary by the Federal Reserve. But people have been continuously arguing that this is not a transitionary problem, this is an entrenched problem. And the fiscal policies of the United States and what is now a bill being passed of spending $1.7 trillion over next 10 years is definitely inflationary. Commodity price inflation has been going around the world. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, because of the Omicron problem, there has been a fall in oil prices. The fall in oil prices is primarily because of the fact that international travel will be restricted. The price of crude oil has fallen from $85 to $70. Nirmala Sitharaman has not bothered to correct the price of petrol. In fact, after the government cut prices by 10 rupees, after they lost the by-elections, it has not moved on prices, even though prices have fallen by 15%. So basically, the price of crude oil is now at 69 to 70. Therefore, even with these taxes, the prices of petrol and diesel should be between 75 and 80, not at 101.40 as it is trading in Madras today. This not only this, whether it is Hindustan Unilever, Godrej Consumer, ITC, Nestle, everybody is raising prices. Britannia is also increasing prices. This is because input costs have gone up through the roof. This has meant that since raw material prices are going up, these big brands, to protect their margins, have to increase their prices, and these prices are going up. Also, the government, instead of cutting prices of LPG, which is a byproduct of crude, has increased the prices of commercial LPG. This has meant that eating out will become more expensive. And the rate at which inflation is rising, our wages are not rising, even in the United States, where wages have gone up very sharply. Even in India, if you are going to charge one third of the total cost of your total money that an average Indian earns, which is about 300 rupees, if 100 rupees is going to cost fuel, both petrol as well as LPG, things are looking very bad. So, what will happen is all prices will have to go up. While retail inflation looks very benign, WPI, the wholesale price index, has been going in double digits for the last 5 months. None of the pink papers have covered this. This means more price rises are coming And yesterday, I read in the pink papers that Maruti Suzuki, in spite of having very poor sales, is further going to increase the prices of its cars. Motorcycles are selling less than what they did last year in the pandemic period. They are also set to raise prices. Even though worldwide steel prices have collapsed, Tata Steel says that they will continue to sell at the same price, and they see elevated prices both in Europe where they are operating and in Asia. All this means that commodity prices are going to go up. Jerome Powell, in his latest speech, after he has been renominated as the chief of the Federal Reserve, has dropped the word transitionary. He is talking about entrenched inflation and wage pressures. Jobs in America have kept on increasing, and joblessness is at a record low. All this means that there are more jobs in America than people. This means wages will go up. If wages start rising, then inflationary expectations of people will also start rising. As Edmund Phelps taught us, once inflationary expectations go out of control, then this becomes a monetary problem. As Friedman said, inflation is and always a monetary problem. So, what could trip this market is a dramatic reduction in printing more US dollar notes. This was supposed to be in an orderly way at $15 billion a month. Now, the Federal Reserve says they will reduce it even quicker. So, by end of Feb or by March latest, the Fed will create not any new money to buy bonds. This means that money will become very costly, and it is expected that the Fed will increase rates at least twice next month. This will mean the fall in the value of the Indian rupee if the Indian Reserve Bank does not follow suit. In fact, when the markets opened today, the rupee went past 75 at Great East and has hit a 6-week low. This means we will import more inflation. As Nikhil Kamath said of Zerodha said, inflation is the biggest threat, and I agree with him completely. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. नमस्कार, मेरा नाम आनंद श्रीनिवासन है और मैं एक पर्सनल फाइनेंस कंसल्टेंट हूँ। मैं 2 यूट्यूब चैनल चलाता हूँ पर्सनल फाइनेंस के बारे में। एक मनी पेज तमिल में है। मेरे बहुत से दोस्त बोले कि मैं हिंदी में एक चैनल शुरू करूं, तो मैंने एक पैसा बोलता है नाम का एक हिंदी चैनल शुरू किया है। मैं पर्सनल निवेश के बारे में ही बात करूंगा। आप उसको सब्सक्राइब करें, अपने दोस्तों को शेयर करें। अगर आप हिंदी नहीं जानते हैं तो पैसा करें। जो आपके दोस्त हिंदी जानते हैं उनको सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए आग्रह करें। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।